Welcome to Sober Barkeep. I'm Brian Anderson, coming to you from Anderson's Guitar Bar here in lovely League City, Texas. We're taking a look at Athletic Brewing Company's Irish Red. When they came out with this, snagged me a six-pack because I was really kind of excited to see them putting something out in this range. And there's not a lot of reds out there. Red's kind of an interesting style of beer, an Irish Red. And I liked it because a lot of the non-alcoholic beer companies are putting out tons of IPAs. I don't know if it's because it's easy. I know there's just a ton of IPA of hops styles out there. IPAs are very, very popular right now. A lot of people like that bitterness and they like the hoppiness. It's not my favorite. I like balanced hops. I like the hops. You got to have some hops in beer. It's not beer, in my mind. But the IPAs just are too much. And I like more of a malty style beer. There's not a ton of that being produced out there, and the Irish Red is that style of beer. If you're not familiar with the Irish Red, it typically is, it's kind of got a reddish color based on the types of malt that they use in it. It's a malt forward beer, and it tends to, most of these, have a touch of sweetness, which is a turnoff for a lot of people. So it's kind of a unique style of beer. Now, if you like it and you're looking for an Irish Red, those are the qualities you're kind of looking for. So let's see what they've done with their Irish Red. And by red, I mean kind of an amberish copper color, not red like fire engine red. And so when you take a look at this, it does have that. It's kind of got a copper, a little bit of redness to it. I've seen them have more than this, but it's got it's got that target color. It's nice. And boy, when you smell it, it's malt. When you smell an IPA, you get that whiff of hops. This is a roasted malt, a nice caramelized malt. And when you taste it, it's smooth, very, very smooth. It's got that malty smoothness to it, and it's got just some really nice malt flavor to it, and it does have a touch of sweetness. It's got sweetness. It's not sweet like candy sweet, but from a beer level, this is, in my mind, and you could argue with me on this, but to me, this is one of the sweeter standard beers out there. Sours can have some sweetness to them, although they tend to be more sour. But this is a very unique style. They've nailed it. I mean, to me, when I taste this, it's got some hops in it. It's got that nice beer flavor on the back end of it, in the back of the throat. I don't know how to describe it. It's beer. It just tastes like beer. And it's got the maltiness in there that you just taste all through your mouth. And just a nice little tongue tingle on the end of it. So it's not cloy, and that's where you can get into trouble with some of these, is the sweetness overpowers the other aspects of it, and you end up with a very cloy, and you don't end up with any acidity to it at all, and you don't end up with as much of that beer flavor. I like this one because it's balanced. It's balanced from a Irish Red standpoint. If you're an IPA lover, you wouldn't think this is balanced at all, because this is way over on the malt side versus the hop side, which is the IPA lover's dream. To me, this is the kind of beer I like. It's not my favorite style, but I do appreciate the malt forwardness of this thing, and that touch of sweetness is what makes it unique. I'm giving this a 5 because it does what it says it's supposed to do. This tastes like an Irish Red to me. And again, my rating is a 5 isn't because I think it's great. It's something necessarily that I would buy over and over again. It's based on they were after an Irish Red, and I believe they nailed it. I just think they did. ABC's pretty dang good at doing that too. I like this one, and I think they've done a great job of matching the profile. From Sober Barkeep, live well and drink smart.